Jupiter, the largest planet in the solar system that we know of. It has so much mass it dislodges the Sun slightly from the center of gravity of the solar system. It has moons the size of planets. It has a magnetic field that's so vast it reaches all the way out to Saturn. It has a storm the size of the Earth that's been raging for over 300 years. There's nothing quite like Jupiter that we know of near to us. 5 years ago, one of the most sophisticated probes we have ever made arrived at the Jupiter system and started to study Jupiter. The Juno probe is designed to go very close to the surface of Jupiter and study the planet in different wavelengths of light to gain a better understanding of the planet. So what have we learned from the Juno probe in the last 5 years? We had known for many years that Jupiter has very, very bright auroras in the polar regions of the planet. However, we didn't know what caused the auroras and why they were 8 times as bright as the ones on Earth. Data collected from the Juno probe points to the moons as the cause of the auroras. What happens is the powerful magnetic fields of Jupiter snatches dust from the nearby moons and accelerates it to incredible speeds and then slams it down into the polar regions, and the impact is what causes the light. The Juno probe also helped scientists to discover that Jupiter is not a gas giant. Jupiter has a lot of gas and it's a gigantic planet, but it is not a gas giant. Jupiter is mostly a fluid planet. Data from the Juno probe suggests that the majority of Jupiter's mass is an ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen that's been compressed so hard that it's turned into a metal and it's kept liquid by the heat inside. If you could see the metallic hydrogen ocean, it would probably resemble a sea of mercury. Analysis of the data collected from the Juno probe of the magnetic fields of Jupiter suggests that the wind on Jupiter pushes the magnetic field and drags it around the planet. There is so much wind on Jupiter that the magnetic field of Jupiter is shaken and dragged around the planet and resembles a flagpole being pushed in a hurricane. The Great Red Spot on Jupiter, a storm that's the size of the Earth that's been raging for over 300 years. When the Juno probe passed over the Great Red Spot, it detected that it goes over 3,000 miles deep and is believed to go all the way down to the fluid layer below. It's a massive object. It is believed to be powered by the heat from deep inside the planet. When the Juno probe flew over the south pole of Jupiter, it detected 7 gigantic storms that were in formation and formed the shape of a hexagon. The lightning on Jupiter is so powerful that it resembles a nuclear explosion. It is believed that the lightning is caused by giant hailstones that are made of ammonia and water. When ammonia clouds and water clouds meet on Jupiter and there is an updraft, this is perfect conditions for creating lightning. The ammonia and water clouds caused by the updrafts can be absolutely enormous and can produce hailstones that are absolutely massive and release vast amounts of energy. The Juno probe collected so much data from Jupiter that it will take years to make sense of it all, long after the probe has come to the end of its mission and been destroyed. There are still very many things we don't know about Jupiter. We don't know why it has so much heat. We don't know where it accreted. We don't know how it accreted fully. We don't know if even a planet smashed into it early in its history or if it was 2 separate planets that merged together. There's very little that we actually know about Jupiter. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook or another platform, feel free to follow. And until next time, I say goodbye.